Good afternoon. My name is Rob Weaver. I'm the Vice President of Property Panorama. I want to thank everybody for joining us this afternoon for the Property Panorama Product Suite presentation. I'm going to be, probably covering a lot of information in a short period of time. So if any questions do arise throughout the presentation, I'm going to kindly ask that you use the Q&A tab at the bottom of the webinar portal, and I'll make some time at the end to address those accordingly. Moving forward, I just want to give you some brief information about Property Panorama and who we are as a company. Since introducing ourselves to the industry, our mission has always been quite simple, which is connecting consumers directly to the listing agents. We are an automated digital marketing solution that was established in 2002. And we currently have over 1 million unique visitors to our website per week. We also integrated with more than 250 MLS and association partnerships across the United States and Canada. Uh, Moving into the Property Panorama product suite, we have three core products. The first one I'm going to show you here today is the agent profile. This is a fully branded public website that is an excellent resource for both buyers and listing agents. We have InstaView virtual tours, which some of you may be familiar with. The InstaView tour is automatically created. It's a one URL virtual tour solution that is available for you to add all of your digital content into one link that you can send out to your clients instead of multiple for the various marketing materials you use. And then lastly, but certainly not least, is our Boost digital advertising product. Boost places highly visible banner ads out on popular consumer websites like Facebook, Amazon, CNN, ESPN, if you will. And what it does is that it brings traffic to your listings and brand through digital advertisement. First, I'd like to discuss the agent profile, though. Agent profile has both desktop and mobile friendly versions to it. So your consumers can view your content anywhere, regardless of the device they're using. It gives consumers the ability to contact you directly. The advanced features also include the ability to customize that profile so that you can match your branding accordingly. We also have a couple different templates you can choose from, as you can see here in the examples on the screen. And then it also allows you to add your active listing inventory. So that way your consumers can go to your website, check out what listings you have that are available, click on the more info to open up the virtual tour and see all of the content for the listing itself. It also allows you to include testimonials or biography about yourself so that your consumers can see exactly who they're dealing with and or reach out to you directly by using a simplified contact form. They just fill out their information and we'll send that to you over via email once that's captured. Next, I'd like to discuss the InstaView program. So InstaView comes with a plethora of features, being unbranded and branded virtual tours, branded listing videos, virtual PDF flyers, social media syndication. This is what we attribute to outperforming some of those third-party websites in regards to activity to your listing. We also have a TurboText feature, which is part of our lead capturing system. I'll explain those here momentarily for you. But we do track the amount of hits and leads that are captured through the various Property Panorama products, and then send those over to you via email. On the screens now is the unbranded tour. And for those that may not be familiarized with the product, InstaView will automatically create and attach an unbranded tour to your listings within an hour of it going live on the MLS. The unbranded version is, again, just automatically attached. The branded version, however, has a very similar layout, except for you'll notice that the agent information is in the lower left-hand corner and the broker company information is in the upper left corner. The branded version also comes with the follow this listing feature. This is the most recent addition to the lead capturing elements we've added. Consumers can put in their email address and name, and then once we capture that information, we'll send that over to you via email. We are also getting ready to release the ability to inform the consumer of any changes that happen to the listing. So say, for instance, a price drop or you change the photos around in the listing. We will notify the consumers to give them that information just to keep their interest peaked on that listing. The branded version also comes equipped with a Google Maps integration. That way consumers are able to see the local amenities that surround the area of the property. And then probably my favorite feature of the branded tour is our media link section. This is what we allows us to be that one URL virtual tour solution, meaning you can add any of your digital content such as Matterport tours, 3D floor plans. Maybe you work with a specific title company that you want to advertise in your listing. You can certainly include that here as well. Next on the screen, excuse me, next on the screen is the branded listing videos. This is an excellent resource for YouTube purposes. So if you want to advertise the video up on a personal YouTube channel, we give you the ability to download this directly from your members area. Also, I've seen some agents take this video and send it over to their sellers as a keepsake, or even upload it directly to Facebook or Twitter or one of those social media outlets. As mentioned before, we also offer PDF and just listed, just sold postcards. The PDF flyers here, they're fully customizable. Change the colors to match your branding, adjust the photos. You can also adjust the description. We will automatically pull that information directly from the MLS, but the idea is that you can also have it, be described in any way that you want. You can also change around the features. So we'll automatically put down, the standard bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage and whatnot. But if there's something else that you want to include, you can add that on your flyer as well. And then here's just an example of what those just listed, just sold postcards are. You can download these from your members area and then take them to a print company, a local print company, to have them printed out and send out accordingly. Unfortunately, Property Panorama does not offer the actual mailing services. Next feature I'm going to show you is the TurboText feature. TurboText is great for those sign writers in the front of the home. So what this is every tour that gets created with Property Panorama will have a unique code generated with it. When a consumer texts that code to the number that you see there, we provide, it'll send them almost an immediate text response, providing them with the branded InstaView tour link, as well as the agent contact information. And you being the listing agent will also receive a email notification from us, giving you that phone number that requested the information. That way you can reach out and answer any questions accordingly. We do give you the ability to download this sign writer graphic. It has the code, or I'm sorry, it has the number already there. And you can you put the code on the sign writer to place in the front of the home there. Now, before we get moving into the Boost digital advertising, I did want to make mention that the InstaView and the agent profile, all of the advanced features are completely provided to you with no cost with your Western River Valley membership. So I would certainly recommend to take advantage of those tools that are available right directly through Matrix there. And I'll explain how to get into your account here momentarily. But before we do that, I did want to bring up our last product, which is Boost Digital Advertising. Again, Boost, it places banner ads across various websites and follows consumers around to the sites that they visit. Just to give you some highlights of what Boost offers is that we give you listing and agent campaign capabilities. It drives traffic and exposure, as well as listing and brand recognition to your properties there. Displays on all devices, and some of our competitors will sometimes restrict you to where you can advertise your properties. Boost digital advertising does not do that, so there's no limitations as to where you can advertise your ads. How Boost works is that we're going to track the online behavior of the consumer. So we're going to check, are they going to Realtor.com, Zillow, Redfin? Are they looking up mortgage rates on the internet or playing with loan calculators? We're also going to look at what they're entering into their search engines, like Google or Bing, homes for sale in my area. We're going to take all of that data, compile it together, and then we're going to place the ads out on the websites that the consumer visits. And now you're going to see a lot of the more popular ones here. All of the ads will include Facebook for sure. But the idea is that the ads will follow the consumers around to the sites that they go to. It is very heavily targeted. So that means we're only going to serve the ads to those consumers that are actively searching to buy or sell a home online. Boost does come with some default settings. As you can see here on the left there, the ad design. Keep in mind, fully customizable. You can change the color theme to match your branding. You can also adjust the tags there for just listed, view photos to match whatever type of advertising you're trying to promote with your listing. For instance, if maybe you want to advertise price reduced or an upcoming open house, you can have those tags added to the. Also, whenever a consumer clicks on the ad, it'll default and drag them to the branded InstaView tour, providing them all the information for the listing, such as price, square footage, bedrooms, baths, and so forth. All the different features that I just mentioned. And then it's targeted to a 15-mile radius around the listing. Now, you can also change that. You can change the landing page so they don't have to go to the branded tour. Maybe you have a website or another tour that you want to promote. You could certainly have them directed to that page as well. Or you don't want to advertise within a 15-mile radius. You can choose, up to 3 zip codes or even a specific city of interest. Just to give you an example, we have some folks that are down in Florida that often like to advertise their listings up in New York, Chicago, and Cleveland because they know sometimes when people retire, they do travel south. This is how the boost ads are going to appear on your screen or appear on the websites. As you can see here, it's very highly visible right above the headline on a website or within the natural scroll of an article that might be being viewed on a mobile device. So you can be sure that the consumers are going to be able to see those ads accordingly. Now, some expectations I like to, provide information of about Boost. I think it would be unfair of any advertising company to guarantee you leads. So I'm not going to do that. But what we can do is guarantee unmatched visibility. As you can see here in this slide, you're going to see, 5,000 to 6,000 impressions per week on an ad and 30 to 50 clicks per week. Now, if you can put that into context, imagine having 30 to 50 people calling you up potentially and asking you about that listing. So you can see that is definitely a great feature to have available to you. We also have 3 to 5 times more clicks, more traffic than any of our other competitors in the same space. Along with Boost, you're also going to get a daily analytics reporting sent to you via email, giving you information as to how your ad is performing. So how many impressions it got the day before, how many times it got clicked on, and if any leads are captured from that, we would certainly forward you that information as well. Now, I know I mentioned that agent profile and InstaView are all included with your membership of the MLS. The Boost ads, though, does come with an additional cost. As you can see here on the screen, it starts at $59.99 per week. However, if you do choose to use a multiple week campaign, we do provide a free week. So you purchase 2 weeks, we'll give you 3 weeks for free. 1 week free. So you get 3 weeks of advertising for that 2-week price. And also, if you choose to select the automatic renewal, this is not defaulted to auto renew. But if you check that box right there, we're also going to give you an additional 10% off of that Boost ad as well. On the right-hand side of this launch page, you're going to see a section where you can view what those ads would look like on the websites or in your Facebook. You can also edit the landing page to the website. As I mentioned, it defaults to the branded tour, but you can choose any landing page that you desire. So maybe you have another tour or website that you want to direct consumers to. That's where you're going to make that change. And then to address the targeting, you can change the targeting right there in the bottom section. So if you don't want the 15-mile radius, you want to select zip codes or a city, that's where you would make that adjustment. That's going to cover the actual product suite of what we offer. Now, next, we're going to move into the members area of your Property Panorama account. We have a direct login that you can get to directly through the Matrix system. If you log into your Matrix homepage and then click the links tab at the top, scroll down and select Property Panorama, and that'll take you right into your account with us. This page right here, this is what we call the My Tours page. As you can see here in the upper left-hand corner, it gives you the ability to upload a profile picture and or company logo. I would highly encourage you to do this because this is where we grab all of the logos and the profile pictures for your tours and flyers and whatnot. So if you don't have one in your account, I would suggest uploading one accordingly. Just below that, you're going to see where you can view the statistics for your tours and see any leads that may have been captured throughout the process of the active listing. In the middle of the screen, you're going to see green and blue rectangular boxes. Those green boxes denote tours that were created using our Create Custom Tour feature. This is also available for you at no cost. The Create Custom Tour feature is actually designed for co-listing agents. Naturally, the way the Property Panorama system works is that we can only automatically create tours for listings underneath the primary listing agent information. However, if you are a co-listing agent, you can also use that Create Custom Tour to create one accordingly. On the right-hand side of each listing, you're going to see a public button, a green public button, or a red private one. That green public button just indicates that all of the links are active for consumers to view, whereas that red private one denotes the tour has been deactivated. All the flyer links and everything are not available to consumer. The reason why you would do this is, say, for instance, you have some other marketing materials and you just simply don't want to have Property Panorama included. You can opt out on a listing basis just by clicking that button and turning it to private. You're also going to notice two buttons below there, the linking page and tour manager section. The linking page is where you're going to obtain all of the active links for your listing. We're going to take a deeper dive into that real quick here. As you can see at the very top, you can have access to the branded InstaView tour, as well as the unbranded version, and the ability to share your tours on your social media outlets by clicking the respective icon. Now, one of the big questions we often get from Matrix users is, where is my tour attached on the MLS? This slide here just kind of gives you an example of where you can look for it on the Matrix sheet. If you notice right onto the left of the actual main photo preview, there's a little movie reel icon that's right there. That would indicate that the tour is attached to your listing. And in some Matrix integrations, you'll notice that it has the virtual tour Property Panorama link right there on the center. Moving back into the linking page below the InstaView tour section is where the pro flyers are located. Now, Property Panorama will automatically create a flyer for you within an hour of a listing going live, as I previously mentioned. It uses all the information that we pulled from the MLS about the listing. However, the one that we create automatically cannot be edited. So in order for you to have that custom flyer, just click the Create Flyer and Postcard button right there at the top. What that's going to do, it's going to open up a pop-up window where you can then select the type of flyer. Is it just sold, just listed, open house, etc. Then you can choose the template that you would like to use. There are several different templates for you to choose from, so you don't have to be limited to just one. And then once you've gone through that process, this is where you're going to be able to edit all that information that I mentioned previously. You can edit the colors to match your brand, edit the content, so the description of the property itself, and then edit the features, which is, your bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, and whatnot. You can also adjust the photos. So maybe you don't like the first 5 photos or first 4 photos, depending on the template you chose. You can also move those around and change them around to the pictures that you think best represent the property. Once you're satisfied with that look, just click the save and exit button there at the bottom. And what that's going to do is it allows you to download that flyer as a PDF, a PNG, or JPEG, depending on what type of marketing materials you're trying to advertise out there. Moving back into that linking page, just a little further down is the additional media resource section. This is what makes us that one URL virtual tour solution. So this is where you're going to be able to add all of that additional content that you have. Just grab the URL, copy and paste it into the field, give it a title, a short description, and then you can also select an icon that best represents that content. That'll display on the left-hand side of the branded InstaView tour. Once you're satisfied with what you've entered in there, just click the submit button and it automatically applies to the tour. Next, I'm going to take you into the tour manager section. Tour manager area, this is where you're going to be able to customize your virtual tours and set defaults for your flyers and whatnot. So going into here, first, we're going to talk about the photos section. Property Panorama will automatically pull all of the labels and descriptions from the MLS for each image, as long as they're entered in at the time the listing goes live. However, if you want to adjust those, just select the photo that you want to work with on the right-hand side in the photo list. And then right below the preview section, you're going to notice a photo name field. You can change the verbiage around to whatever you would like. I personally recommend doing something a little short and sweet to the description, because it does display right on the front of the image within the virtual tour. Next is the look and feel section. Look and feel. So we do have the default blue settings for the branded tours, but if you want to adjust that to match your branding, click the change look and feel section at the top. It's going to open up another pop-up. And if you notice where the arrow is pointing on the slide here in the upper left-hand corner, you'll be able to select from many pre-designed themes that we already have uploaded to the system. If you do not like those themes, however, you're welcome to get creative on your own and use the color wheels. Click the respective color wheel you want to work with, choose what color you want it to be. And then once you're satisfied with that design, in the lower left-hand corner, that's where you're going to be able to set your default. Now, when you click that set tour default for section, click that checkbox. Any tour and flyer moving forward will have all of the same theme that you've just selected. Just save your change and it does get applied automatically. The next section in the tour manager area I'm going to show you is the audio section. Audio, just like the look and feel, we have many pre-uploaded tracks that you can choose from. However, if you do not like any of the ones that we have to provide, you can also upload your own MP3 or voiceover file if you'd like. Now, one disclaimer I do like to throw out there is that if you are uploading your own music, please make sure you gain all the proper permissions from the artist or band that's playing that music, because these will get played publicly. And I would hate to see anybody get in trouble for any kind of copyright laws or infringement, if you will. So definitely make sure you get those permissions before you just upload a MP3 file. Next, I'd like to discuss the settings page, which is located just below your profile picture there on the left-hand side of the page. The settings, or what I call the syndication page, is where you're going to be able to set up the ability to automatically have your branded tour posted to a Facebook business page or a Twitter feed, respectively. We are also in the process of adding LinkedIn to this list, so look out for that down the road as well. So once a tour gets automatically created, we will then automatically send it over to your business Facebook page or Twitter feed. And then if any photos change throughout the time of the listing, we'll also repost that as well, keeping your sphere of influence informed of all of the changes that occur with the property. This brings us to the final section of today's presentation, which is the billing section, or the store, if you will. A lot like a lot of other internet shopping sites, you can go into the store and get all of the information that you're looking for. As you can see here, the InstaView tours, again, fully provided as a member benefit. Same with the agent profile. However, the boost listing campaigns and agent campaigns, you can order those directly through the store as well. Once you go in there, just click on the one you want to purchase. And again, that boost digital advertising, what that does is it places those banner ads out across all the various websites like, Facebook, Amazon, CNN, and it follows the consumers around to the sites that they go to. An excellent source, especially with the whole COVID epidemic starting to rise again. A lot of people are spending even more time on the internet. So you want to make sure that your listings are out there in front of consumers. If any questions arise outside of this presentation, we do have FAQ and tutorial pages. They're very insightful and give you really short, sweet, to the point video tutorials. That way you're not, listening through an hour-long webinar trying to figure out how to set up your profile or create a custom flyer or maybe build a listing campaign. You go to the FAQ and tutorial pages, they'll definitely explain all of that. However, if those videos that are there are not what you're looking for and you need assistance, we do have a full support team on staff. You're welcome to email us at support@propertypanorama.com or contact the phone number there at 440-290-2200. I'm also going to encourage everybody to follow our blog. It's blog.propertypanorama.com. Our blog, we post different material, different content about the upcoming features, about new features that we're releasing, as well as some relevant real estate news. So I do encourage you to take a look at that if you have the opportunity. But again, if you don't have any questions right now and something comes up later, contact us. Our representatives are available 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. That's on the Eastern time zone. If you get us after office hours, we will contact you back within 1 business day. So that's going to do it for the presentation today. I hope everybody got some insightful information and are ready and excited to use the Property Panorama product suite. With that, I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor to any questions you have. Again, if you do have those, just enter them into the Q&A tab at the bottom of the webinar portal, and I'll answer those accordingly.